Most of us never take control of our self-talk. You don't take control of the thoughts that you have about yourself when you're by yourself. It doesn't even matter as much what our parents think, what our friends think, what our husband or wife thinks. It's you. You're the problem. You think negatively about yourself. You are not consistently filling yourself with thoughts, with positivity, with ambition, with courage. The default pattern is one of mediocrity, of one of, I can't do this, one of lack of resourcefulness. And so that's what you live. And it's possible to change. And in making that shift and making that change, you become an entirely different person. We talk about how do you become the best version of yourself? How do you live your life? How do you show up as that proud version? This is it. It's taking control of the automatic self-talk that you have to yourself, even if you don't actually talk to yourself, even if you're not saying, Evan, you're an idiot, right? Evan, you can't do that. Even if you're not saying those things out loud, you're feeling those things. It's at a subconscious level. And this is where you're playing small and limiting yourself. So let me share an example from my background, and then also give you some tactical, specific, tangible things you can do to start to break free, to start to actually live the life that you say that you want to live. I am afraid a lot. I'm afraid a lot, and I used to let that fear dominate me. I used to let that fear prevent me from doing the thing that I needed to do, whether it's making videos, whether it's speaking on stage, whether it's interviewing people. I don't believe in being fearless. I think if you're fearless, it means that you are just doing the things that are inside your comfort zone. You're photocopying your life. I think if you're fearless, you actually hate your life because you're just doing things that you know how to do. I think fear is a great thing. It's not being fearless, it's having the fear and then showing up because of. Not even despite of, because of. Because you're afraid, then you have to go do the thing. Because you're worried, then you have to go do the thing. Because you're afraid of somebody's judgment, and you have to go do it just to teach yourself that you do it. So for me, speaking on stage, doing interviews, making videos were the three that I struggled with the most. This is a guy who's made 10,000 videos, has spoken in front of thousands of people, have done interviews with some of the biggest people on the planet. I'm still afraid every time. I'm still afraid every time. And I don't let that fear now stop me from doing the thing. I'm still, I had Tony Robbins on my channel, and I had him on 3 years or 2 years before, but I'm still nervous to have him on. My heart's still beating like crazy. I'm still an emotional wreck the day of. I'm still not focused on anything else. I can't do any other work. I can't make any other videos because I'm stressed about the interview going well. I still worry about these things. It doesn't go away. There's just levels to this. And I still want to show up. Where old Evan, younger Evan used to find a reason why I couldn't do it. Find a reason why I couldn't show up. Live in the fear and justify it as an actual reason or excuse, but deep down, I was just afraid. Think about your reasons. Like, why can't you do this thing? What are you telling yourself that you can't do? Really deep down, it's just a fear. You're just afraid. There's no really good reason. You've convinced yourself there's a reason, but deep down, you're just afraid, right? If you're actually honest with yourself, you're just afraid. So how do you get out of it? How do you start to shift the narrative? How do you start to identify the self-talk that's been automatic and in your brain consistently for years or maybe decades? How do you start to make that shift happen? Number one is to spend a little time with yourself and finish the sentence. I am what? I am blank. I am blank. What's the blank? You are what? If you're just by yourself, you have a little space to breathe from your environment, you are what? What are some of the words that come up? What are some of the positive words? And what are some of the negative words that show up? If you're being honest with yourself, there'll be hopefully some positive ones. So for me, it could be I'm someone who believes. I am a great husband. So I'm paying attention. I am, a great father. I am a great, not owner. What do you do with dogs? I don't know.
They're still considered your kids.
They're my kids?
Yeah, dog kids, pet kids.
All right. I am, but then on the negative side, like I am afraid of disappointing people. I am scared of speaking on stages. I'm worried that I'm going to ask bad interview questions. Like, what are the positive and negatives if you fill in the I am? Okay, just to get awareness of yourself. This starts to uncover some of the subconscious behavior that you're living on autopilot, right? The subconscious is the autopilot. It's what you're doing by default. The conscious is what we want to take control of, to then turn into subconscious, to then make the automatic, the positive, the ambitious, the bold, the courageous, right? So start with I am. What that does is lead you to step 2, which allows you to identify your trigger words. So what are the trigger words that you use consistently as an excuse for you not to do the thing? So my 3 trigger words are scary, difficult, or hard. That when I say scary, difficult, hard, those used to be the reasons why I couldn't do something. Those used to be the reasons why I would let myself off the hook. Those used to be the things I would tell myself, oh, I can't do this because it's scary. I can't do this because it's difficult. I won't show up because it's hard. And I would let myself off the hook for those things. That I would say, oh, that's okay because it's scary, so I'm not going to do it. And that used to be my identity. And identifying the trigger words, what then allows you to do is move to step number 3, where you use them to take the action that you want to take instead. That when you're thinking it, because those are the automatic patterns that are in your head, your subconscious, great. When I say those things, when I feel those things, when I text those things, when I write those things, if I have a conversation, those things come out of my mouth, come out of my brain. If I'm thinking about it to myself, then I have to do it just because. Scary, difficult, or hard. And what that does, and those are mine, and you can adopt them as your own, but I'd rather you go through the I am process to figure out what they are for you. What it does is help you live the life that you're proud of. That when you say, oh, that's just too hard, you're not allowed to say that anymore. You're not allowed to say that, feel that, think that. As soon as you say it, then you have to immediately go do the thing. Even if it doesn't work out, even if you look like a fool, even if XYZ happens, you're gonna do it. It's worth it because you're reprogramming your identity. As a bonus step, you tell the people around you. So Nina stepped out, but Nina, my son, my team, my family, I'll let them know, hey, if I say scary, difficult, or hard, I want you to let me know. If I say to you in any conversation, I can't because it's scary, or it's difficult, or it's hard, I need you to call me out on it. Because I still don't catch all of them. It's a lot more than it used to be. And I'm probably, 90, 95% of the way there, but there'll still be some small percentage. And having people hold you accountable is really important. Now, the default thinking for them is going to be, what are you talking about? You're always doing all of these things. You're always showing up. You're always doing scary, difficult, hard in my case. Yeah, but not like I could be. There's another level to this. And everything I want out of life, my mission, my vision, my boldness is on the other side. My great life is on the other side of even more scary, difficult, and hard. I have to start living it. And so I need help in catching it. So you use yourself as step 1, as the first part, but then if you can, as a bonus, bring in the accountability to the other people in your life who can help you catch it. And you're not allowed to get angry at them. You're not allowed to get frustrated at them. If you say one of your trigger words and they say, you just said it, you're going to want to say, nah, but it doesn't count. It doesn't mean it. I was thinking something. Stop letting yourself off the hook. Instead, you say, you're right. And then you go do the thing. And the more you can train that, trigger word came up, I'm doing the thing. Trigger word came up, I'm doing the thing. Trigger word came up, I'm doing the thing. It's scary, I'm doing it. It's difficult, I'm doing it. It's hard, I'm doing it. Just because you start shifting your identity. You start changing your self-talk. Now you start to become the person that you're proud of. You start to become the person that you say you want to be. You start to actually become the person. You've become the best version of you. That's how you tangibly change your self-talk. Tangibly change the thoughts that are running your system, that are keeping you small, keeping you scared, keeping you way below your potential. And when everybody else in the world is letting you off the hook, saying what a great job you're doing, you know that you're capable of more. You know that when you sit down by yourself or when you look in the mirror, there's not all love there, right? You love yourself. Do you see love when you look back in the mirror? When you do the I am exercise, is it only positive? We have to start getting honest with ourselves. This is the process to change it. And if you did that every day, you're not going to catch it all the time. Don't worry about being perfect. This isn't a game about being perfect. It's about making progress. It's about taking the step every day, building momentum. If you did that, if you could just find your trigger words, and then every day that you catch it, do something about it, even if it's some small thing, your entire life will change. The way you show up in your life, in your relationships, in your business, towards your customers, towards your team, all of it changes. All of it changes. Suddenly, you're not impaired anymore. Suddenly, you're a lot more courageous. Where did it come from? Where did this extra courage come from? How am I not handicapped anymore by the things that used to slow me down? This will be you. And I want you to get there faster. And this is the process to do it. So you can start living the life that you know you're capable of. Change your self-talk. Change your life.
If you want another Evan rant video that just might give you the confidence you need, check it out right there next to me. I think you'll enjoy it. Continue to believe, and I'll see you there.
The biggest thing that holds people back is a lack of momentum. You're a genius. You've got great ideas. You know the thing that's in your heart, that's in your head, could be life-changing